Hi, my name is Rishabh Agarwal and I am a graduate student at the University of Waterloo. Today I'll be presenting our paper Sensitivity to Risk Profile of Users when Developing AI Systems. This is a position paper. Today we are going to talk about trusted AI and certain positions that we have about how to achieve it. Trusted AI basically means trying to engender trust from users and organizations when AI solutions are used for their decision making. The concept encompasses explainability, transparency, fairness, safety, and ethics. Our position will be that trusted AI should consider different solutions for different users and should not simply be one-size-fits-all approach, which has often been the case to date. User risk, as a tolerance factor in particular, can be useful to consider in order to provide different solutions for trusted AI. Nowadays, many decisions are taken by AI systems. Some of these decisions in the real world are really crucial and may impact human lives. So, organizations who want to and are relying on these AI systems may truly care about whether the solution is explainable. So, in order to engender trust between AI and humans, explanation is key. Another key idea for engendering trust is risk. So, for having a trusted AI system, we have to think beyond having a homogeneous user base. Risk-averse users may require more explanation than risk-taking individuals when dealing with an AI system. Again, these AI systems may offer diverse solutions for trust, but we also need diverse solutions for fairness. To engender trust, several researchers have proposed different approaches. One side proposes having personalization, that is, user preferences matter. Some talk about explainable AI, where context awareness is important. On the other hand, some talk about trust in terms of tolerances and emotions. Cohen et al. Talk about the interconnectedness of fairness, explainability, and trust when coming up with trusted AI. The fact is, all solutions to these problems matter, and thus we will talk about the same in the talk today. Another set of researchers, Kambapati and co-authors, have made dedicated efforts towards examining planning and explainability. They talk about trading costs of computation versus the utility of serving the customer. They say that less accurate solutions may often be more explainable and thus be better for the user. These models served as a starting point for the models we'll be outlining here on how user risk can be considered when trying to resolve trusted AI. Among the main models that have been proposed for trusted AI, we will follow the ideas that have been proposed by Kambapati et al. In several papers. We'll talk about the game theoretic reasoning behind explainability and allowing risky plans. The first thing that we will look at is whether having more explainability can allow having a riskier plan. And the second thing we will look into is allowing trust to build up between the human and the agent such that the risk profile can be updated and thus the human may allow the robot to run risky plans. Next, we start defining the game theoretical model discussed in the paper. We follow the proposal of Sengupta et al. Closely while defining this model. First, we talk about the various actors in this model, which is the agent, that is the artificial intelligence agent, and the human. Next, we talk about the risk associated with the robots or human making certain decisions with respect to their partnership for executing the real-world plan. In short, we talk about the various costs associated with each of the actions, and then we have a payoff matrix which discusses which actions are beneficial for the party given these costs. To go into the details of the game theoretic model, we make some key changes to the model that has been proposed by Sengupta et al. In Sengupta et al.'s model, the agent, or rather robot, has a model of the human's assessment of the robot. The human has an option to monitor the robot's behavior and stop execution if needed. However, since metamodels of human behavior are challenging to learn and interpret, we recast the goals and constraints of each actor based on the risk profile of the human. We also use the word agent instead of the word robot. Thus, in our model, the agent has a perceived risk profile of the human, and we consider the cost of planning, explaining, and not achieving goals. Following costs. The agent has a cost of making a plan. The agent has a cost of explaining. The agent can also explain a partial plan, which is a plan that is not complete. And then the agent has also a cost of not achieving the goal. Finally, we can assume that a safe plan does not have a cost of failure. So the cost of not achieving the goal, CAG hat, is zero when a safe plan is being executed. We also note that the cost of explaining a partial plan will be less than the cost of explaining the entire plan. And we also assume that the cost of explaining a plan is greater than the cost of making the plan. Next, we come to the human costs. The human has a cost of observing the plan until some part of the plan has been executed. They also have a cost of observing till the end. They have a cost of not achieving a goal. And we introduce a cost of risk, which is the risk of executing a plan. Here we note that the risk of executing the safest plan is zero, and the risk of executing a full plan is more than the risk of executing a partial plan. Moreover, again, the cost of not achieving a safe goal is zero. Thus, we come up with the following payoff matrix. Here, S represents the action taken by the human. So the action can be observe, which is represented by O, and execute, which is represented by E. So the human can take four actions. That is, the human can observe and not execute, not observe and not execute, not observe and execute, and observe and execute. And we see the payoffs based on any plan pi p and the safe plan pi s. We see that in the risk averse case, we can assume that the risk of executing the plan is larger than the cost of observing the plan plus cost of not achieving the goal. That is, it is riskier to let any plan run its course without observing. The human will prefer to either take SO not E, that is, observe and not execute, or observe and execute. That is, observing is the key here. So in order for the goal to be achieved, the agent's cost, CAG, has to be larger than the cost of explaining minus the cost of executing a partial plan. In the risk-averse scenario, we can safely assume that the risk of not achieving the plan is larger than the risk of not achieving the goal plus executing the plan. That is, it's riskier to let any plan run its course without observing. The human will prefer to either observe and not execute or observe and execute. Moreover, in order for the goal to be achieved, the agent's cost, that is, cost of not achieving the goal, must be larger than the cost of explanation, which is represented by CAE pi p. In the risk-taking case, we can assume that the cost of not achieving the goal is larger than the risk. In this case, the agent doesn't need to change its strategy. However, the agent can make a more explainable plan to start with, such that the human does not need to observe at all. So here, the two strategies would be not observe and execute, and observe and execute. These payoffs allow us to sketch the agent's decision procedure. The agent needs to reason whether to allow the plan to execute or adjust the plan based on the user's risk profile. The agent will focus on explainability at the expense of optimality with a risk-averse human, whereas it may forego some attempts to explain in order to promote optimality if it finds that the user is more risk-seeking. An interesting question here is whether the agent believes that it can achieve the kind of explainability desired by the human. It can in fact take the human's actions as cues to update the risk profile for the human. For instance, if the human decides to observe the plan, then the robot can take this action to mean that the human is more risk averse and then update the explanation process for the rest of the plan accordingly. Similarly, if it finds that the human is not asking for any explanations and is letting the plan execute, it may try to decrease the risk averseness of the human and try to make a more optimal plan while foregoing some expandability. This allows the robot to balance expandability with the cost of planning such that both are within the limits of it not achieving the goal. Now we talk about the second part of the game theoretic model where we discuss the trust boundaries. In Sengupta et al.'s 2019 paper, it is suggested that the human's lack of trust suggests that there is the need for the safe plan. The trust boundary ensures that the agent does not execute any risky plans. However, users may be more risk-taking and they may prefer a lower cost but risky plan compared to a safe plan. Moreover, if there is trust that has been built between the agent and the human over time, then the human can allow for a risky plan to be executed. Thus, we take Sengupta et al.'s expected utility equation and modify it by having a trust boundary. We show that if the expected utility of a risky plan multiplied by the trust boundary is larger than the expected utility that the user would receive from a safe plan, then the risky plan might be worth executing. This shows that in scenarios where the human can bear the risk, it would be preferable to actually execute a risky plan compared to a safe plan. Moreover, this allows for the following properties as well. The human can thus reason that the cost of executing the plan is considered, and it allows that beyond the agent simply modeling the user's trust for its decision. This also allows for progressive updates of the user profile and the trust. For example, if trust has been built, then this trust boundary can increase insights such that a more riskier plan can be undertaken compared to the safe plan. In the next set of slides, we'll talk about fairness and how we can improve fairness in trusted AI systems. Fairness is another important topic when we talk about trusted AI. Users have different preferences for fairness as they have for explainability. For example, while hiring, people may be more risk averse to use an unfair algorithm compared to a fair algorithm. Thus, people's position on algorithmic fairness should also be an influence on whether they should trust an AI or not. Thus, the following things have to be taken into consideration when we talk about fairness. Firstly, accurate solutions may not always be the most fair. Second, concerns regarding bias should also be taken into account. Moreover, the key importance is to have the definition of fairness for the user to be present. Finally, different users will have different preferences for fairness, and that has to be taken into account while we design algorithms for them. There are several trade-offs for fairness, and we also need to consider some alternate definitions of fairness. Nowadays, models are defined to be more accurate than fair. For example, if there are two groups among students and one group, which is the majority, has higher scores, then a classifier trained to get the best accuracy on this group might often ignore or reject minority group students. Moreover, in some cases, users may not have uh, such a risk aversion to unfairness. For example, shareholders might be willing to forego some fairness if the solution is more explainable to the shareholders. Thus, we should also need to consider different metrics or uh, different ways of measuring fairness. It can be in terms of equal opportunity, or whether it is in terms of equalized odds which favors majority, or it may be in terms of some other independent attributes. Here we will address some outstanding concerns. First is acquiring user profiles. In the talk, we have considered that we already have access to user profiles. However, this may not be the case. Acquiring user profiles is a daunting task, especially because user preferences change across contexts. For example, a person who is risk averse in one situation might not be so in others. Again, for engendering trust, we also have to look at user tolerances for different applications. The second set of concerns is regarding the concept of risk aversion. In the talk, we have talked about risk aversion in terms of risk taken and risk averse. However, human emotions are very complicated. So, just having a black and white risk scale is not sufficient. We should have a more complicated scale which maps risks properly. Lastly, having a one-to-one mapping between users and AI systems might not always be possible. It may be beneficial to consider groups of user profiles for an AI to tackle. In such cases, the user group profile might be important, and thus we should also look at that. To conclude, our paper continues to imagine personalized, trusted AI solutions. We leverage the important concepts of risk profile and how it can help engender trust between humans and robots. We talk about how there are trade-offs between accuracy, explainability, fairness, and other desert data. Finally, we also make some suggest some models for reasoning and decisions that can be undertaken by the agent. Here are some of the references that we have talked about in the paper. If you want to know more about our work, you can reach out to the authors with these links below. Now we can take some questions.